Hello, masters. Today, 15 more signs that someone is still thinking about you. You guys, God, the all, the universe, whatever you want to call it, it loves to talk to you. But it doesn't speak in words. It doesn't speak English or Spanish or, Chinese or whatever. It's going to send you these signs. You should probably get at least 3 to 5 of these signs. So there's a lot on this list. Um, and I'm even going to give you a bonus sign at the end. But if you're getting 3 to 5 of these signs, person's probably thinking about you. I'm going to blast through the list this time, and then I'm going to circle back, and we're going to talk about how to get these signs to start happening. Because that's what I'm here to do, guys. I'm here to make a master out of you. We are living in a participatory universe. Even the best science we have is starting to show that. And we'll talk about that also in today's video. The law of attraction is real, guys. You just have to know how to work it. And you work it in here. So let's do these signs. Number 1, you feel an emotion out of nowhere, like an intense emotional burst of limerence, deep passion, love, right? For seemingly no apparent reason, right? An intense emotional burst. Second sign, you get a ringing in your ear or twitching around your eyes. Your cheeks are turning fire red. Okay? There's all these different clairvoyant abilities that we have. And so these are some of the triggers that you may be getting. Sometimes I smell things that remind me of other people, and then I find out later that they were thinking about me. They'll call me or text me, somebody that I haven't heard from for a long time. So your mind is able to use your 5 senses, even your sense of smell, to give you these reminders. Okay? Like one time I could taste a gin drink, and then somebody I haven't heard from for a long time contacted me, and that was their favorite drink, right? It was gin. So getting the ringing in your ears or the twitching around your eyes, your cheeks are turning red, could be a sign, guys. Telepathy is part of this. That's how God communicates with us. Next sign, you run into them, albeit briefly, and they have a smile on their face. Maybe they're in a hurry and they got to go. Maybe they're kind of shy, right? You see them around, but they're smiling. They're not frowning. They're not angry at you or anything like that. Number 4, you get the hiccups for no reason. Again, your body is an information transmitter receiver, and your mind is working in symbiosis with your physical body. So that's why, again, you can be getting some of these symptoms. Number 5, you feel motivated to make a change for yourself. You feel good about yourself, right? For seemingly no apparent reason, all of the sudden you're thinking, well, maybe it's time I got back into the gym, or maybe it's time I quit smoking, or maybe it's time I eat a little bit better or get enough sleep. Your confidence is going up. Why? Well, what happens when somebody wants to be with you? They're thinking about you. They're thinking romantic thoughts about you, right? That's how you feel. You feel that confidence. You feel better about who you are. And so you start doing that. Out of nowhere, though, right. That's that telepathy again, guys. Next sign, you hear the person's voice when you're in between waking and sleeping state. You know how when you're like not quite all the way asleep, but you're not quite all the way awake, and you hear their voice. Again, this is all telepathic, guys. Is this list starting to make sense to you? Telepathy isn't just like sound that you hear in your head. There's all these other sensations that you could be feeling too. Next, you hear a song over and over all the time, or you see a thing that the two of you shared, or the lyric of a song that matched with your life together. Something like that. So that's going to be some of these external signs from the universe, right? Stuff like that that reminds you of them. Next sign, you see special numbers, like you see their birthday everywhere, or a special number that has meaning to them. I dated a girl for a long time once whose favorite number was the number 9, and she's the only person that I've ever known who that was her favorite number, right? So maybe you're seeing something like that around. Again, if you're getting at least 3 to 5 of these signs, you're good. Next sign, you wake up feeling the person's presence like they're actually there with you. This is intuition now. This is this knowing. And I just did a couple of videos about this on my YouTube channel here not that long ago. So February 6th and 7th, right? So a week or two, not quite 2 weeks. February 6th and 7th, I posted videos about how to understand intuition and how to cultivate intuition, right? Let's go check that out. Free resources on this YouTube channel. And of course, you feel this person like they are present there with you. It's because they're thinking about you. Their energy can travel to you guys. That's how this works. Any of you ever read the Celestine Prophecy? And it's a fictional book, but it talks about how aura seers, you can actually see literal like energy streams going from one person to the other. Like when you're getting attached to somebody like that. So this is a pretty important sign, feeling them like they're actually there with you. Okay, next sign. So maybe you see this person on social media, not when they see you, but you see them on social media or something like that, and they always seem to be in a state of anger or frustration, some kind of pain, right? So maybe you guys had like a bad breakup or something. Are they thinking about me? Yeah, well, I mean, if they're kind of having a shit day every day, could be. Just look at their mood. See if there's anything that you can glean from the things that they're saying on social media, for example, about their mood. Speaking of social media, they update their status, and it seems to be directed at you. Something they post on social media, it seems to be directed at you. So it could be kind of a covert sub communication from them, right? Next sign, they want you to know about this person. They're in demand, right? So they're talking to somebody else. They're trying to make you jealous, and they want you to know. They're probably not really interested in this person. If they're still thinking of you, they're only doing it to get your attention. Next sign, they call you out of nowhere. They could be drunk texting you or drunk dialing you, right? But I once heard a person tell me that a drunk person's actions are a sober man's thoughts. A drunk man's actions are a sober man's thoughts. Somebody told me that once. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. Next sign, they're telling their mutual friends how happy they are. Trying to make you jealous again, right? Trying to put up a front. It's not true. It's not true, guys. They're thinking about you. And finally, again, more of these external signs from God. You see their car or their vehicle out of nowhere. And it doesn't have to be their car, but it can be a car that's just like theirs, right? Same kind of car. Now, how do I get these signs to start happening? In other words, how can I get this person to start thinking about me? How can I get them to come back? Guys, I've done this. This works very, very effectively. Now, the first thing that I would do is I would direct you to my quick start guide, How to Get the Law of Attraction to Work. It's a 20-minute video on my YouTube channel. And it was like one of the first videos that I ever posted because I knew I would be referencing it over and over and over again. So it's kind of an easy way to get you to see like the basic mechanics of it, because I think a lot of teachers that are teaching law of attraction, they're not doing it wrong. They know what they're doing. It's just to somebody that does this as a way of life, we just kind of do it without thinking about it. And I remember what it was like trying to learn about all this stuff. And I like the sciencey stuff. I like to get technical, but not too technical. I don't want to, confuse you or anything like that. It's just I realize most people don't understand that part, the mechanics. Like, why does it work? What exactly are the systems in here? Because your body is actually engineered manifesting technology. I'm serious. The way that your body is constructed and the way that it's hooked into like your chakras and your auric field, that can't be a coincidence. No other animal on the planet can do this. And then when you take into consideration the number 2 human chromosome, don't even get me started on that. You guys, we were engineered to be masters. You just have to know how to use the machinery. And this has been written about for a long, long time, right? All the ancient mystics, they talk about it in the Kabbalah, ancient Hermetic philosophy, Abraham, all of them, right? So go check that video out. I'm going to link it down below for you. It's called How to Get the Law of Attraction to Work. And it's like a quick start guide. Because most people, they don't realize how fundamental consciousness is in manifesting. It's not really thought that causes things to manifest, right? It's consciousness. Thought is just something for you to focus your consciousness onto. There's a phenomenon in science called the double slit experiment, where when you measure a waveform, it collapses into a particle. I'm serious. So it starts out as energy, and it's just pure information, right? And then by taking a measurement, by observing the process, you change the process. It becomes physical matter. And guys, this is conventional physics. And they've been trying to figure that one out for a long time. Well, it turns out that kind of where physics is going right now is, excuse me, they think the universe is mind. I'm not kidding you. They think the universe is mental. Okay. And I'm going to link down below for you as well a couple of videos from a world-renowned mathematician who comes right out and says it. Yeah, the universe is mind. And then a world-renowned physicist who actually did an interview with Eckhart Tolle, right? And it's about half the video was Eckhart just kind of, giving you a teaching. And then Lothar Schäfer comes out, a physicist, and he says, yeah, consciousness is fundamental in our universe. And what we think of as empty space is actually information. It's some kind of higher mind. And these guys are a big deal. This isn't some guy in his basement with a tinfoil hat. You know what I mean? These are highly respected physicists and mathematicians. So you just have to know how this works, guys. You need to understand the mechanics. 80 to 90% of your manifesting game is your Zen game, right? So meditating, yoga, slowing down, building spaciousness into your life. I have all my students start by reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, right? And Eckhart Tolle is essentially, like the modern day Buddha, if you will, right? Um, I've been teaching law of attraction for a long time. Actually, this YouTube channel is new, but I've been at this for years. I've got thousands of students, over 7,000. And that's the first thing I always have them do. Consciousness is what causes. So back to the double slit experiment. It's when something is observed, right? That's consciousness. Consciousness isn't thinking. You don't understand it. It's just what you are. It's awareness, okay? And when you add consciousness to that system, it causes that wave to transform into a physical object, right? So think of it like this. There's thoughts and emotions going on, and then you say to yourself, well, why am I thinking this? Why do I feel this emotion? Right? Right. How can you be aware of thinking? Think about it. No pun intended. What is awareness? What is that? Because there's awareness of thinking and emotion. What is the awareness? Right. It's your soul. Body, mind, soul. The soul is who you are beyond mind. And so this is why, again, I have all of my students start by fostering a lifestyle of Zen, slowing down, building spaciousness into your life, right? Increasing your consciousness, being present, staying out of the mind, right? It's not about, you're not trying to stop thinking, right? You're just looking away from thinking. That's all you're doing. But there is a you who can look away from thinking, and you can use your five senses to do it. So go get started. Read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Go check out my quick start guide. Again, down below in the description, it's called How to Get the Law of Attraction to Work. Now, what do you do about your lover once you kind of got that in motion? Well, you got to reprogram the subconscious mind. And as long as you are making most of what you're doing your Zen game, right? Again, 80 to 90% of your manifesting game is your Zen game, right? So as long as you're doing that, the reprogramming is easy. And I'm going to give you some ideas that I used that worked. Okay. And if you're not getting these signs, you're going to start to get them. You're going to get this person to start thinking about you again and to reach out to you. So here's what you do. Every day, meditate for 20 minutes. I know. There's a lot of objections to meditating, but if you don't make your Zen game your primary thing here, law of attraction doesn't work. So 20 minutes in the morning before you have any coffee or tea, no stimulants, no caffeine, right? 20 minutes. So I'll do that. I'll meditate. And I like to meditate for like 45 minutes, right? So then I get up and I go get my coffee because coffee. And then I put on some music that makes me feel the emotion I want to feel, right? And this could work for anything. So if I want to be traveling, I'll put on something that makes me feel free. If I want to manifest some money, I'll put on something that makes me feel abundant. And if you want to manifest your long lost love, put on some music that makes you feel good about this person. Don't do anything negative, but set the mood. Make sure it's not something that makes you sad or angry, but something that makes you feel good about them, as though this person were actually right there with you. We're going to come back to that in a second. You could also light some candles, put incense, whatever. The idea is to set the mood. It isn't the music or the candles or the incense or any of these objects that causes things to manifest. That's one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about what used to be called magic. And some people still call it that. But it's really just the law of attraction. Well, what is it that makes it work? You, your consciousness, not your mind. Again, your thoughts and your emotions, the mind, That's just something for you to focus your consciousness onto. Just like the double slit experiment. When you observe the process, you change the process. Right. So, and again, this is why, again, science, the best scientists we have are saying we seem to be living in a simulation. You just need to know how to use the tool, the engineered machinery of your body and your mind to do it. And that's what we're going to talk about next. So here's the next thing. Once you set this atmosphere, I want you to feel emotions of gratitude and joy. Touch your heart. Take 3 deep breaths and release them slowly. Right? That's called your sympathetic nervous system. When you exhale very slowly, it relaxes your body, and feel these emotions of intense limerence. And feel an emotion of romance, passion, love. Feel how you would feel if this person was already there with you. And also, most importantly, feel an emotion, feel a sensation in your body. What would it feel like if that person really was here and they were talking to me and they wanted to talk to me? How would that make you feel? Neville Goddard said, feeling is the secret. He didn't say thinking is the secret. Okay. And again, to people like us, masters, teachers, when we're trying to teach the law of attraction to you, something that I noticed that happens a lot is they kind of forget to point out how important consciousness is. But again, you're using your consciousness to form this emotional state. So all you need to do at this point, hold that emotional state for at least 7 minutes and repeat this every day for 28 days. Do this system every day for 28 days, and you'll get the signs. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.